EUSS, EU Settlement Scheme, British Citizenship, etc., etc. Everything under UK immigration. Uh, I will be live for about an hour or so. I will wait for any live questions to come through. By the time I'll answer some questions on the channel. So Sahil Singh has asked, I think this is a follow-up of the previous question from yesterday that I had answered. My wife administrative review just done. So your wife has filed administrative review before 14 days. So yeah, within 14 days I think she filed, that's what you mean, after the rejection of her application. But I am on immigration bail. So you are on immigration bail for the last 10 months. That admin review is pending. I remember you put the previous comment. So I'm not doing any work. So how to apply for section 3C or have any solutions? Right to work. You are on immigration bail. Your wife's, so there is a summary. Sahil's wife's administrative review is pending. Her application was rejected. That's what he says. He is on immigration bail, which may be a different subject, I think. Uh, how to get right to work? You cannot get right to work in the UK. Any application that you file, once your wife's visa is sorted or you're in your own right, it has to be filed from outside the UK. You won't be able, I'm sorry, you don't want to hear this answer, but that is the truth. You cannot file any applications. You are on immigration bail and admin review. I'm pretty sure you are on PBS as a PBS dependent or a PBS migrant. So you may not be able to get a right to work unless you go outside the UK, file an entry clearance application, whatever you are eligible for. And you may have also ended up with an overstay, I'm pretty sure, because you are on immigration bail. Not sure for how long, but the admin review is pending for 10 months. So if you have overstayed for 10 months, if you leave now, you will have a 12-month ban period to come back to the UK. You can only apply for any application, whichever you are eligible for, after 12 months from your return back home. I understand you may not want to hear this, but that is as per the immigration rules. Okay, next question, Jude. Excellent content, very commendable. Thank you, Jude. Okay, next question from Bhalu Prasad. Anyone coming live can ask their questions. My friend's visa got revoked, but his new employer offered him the visa, but he worked for the new employer 20 hours. My friend's visa got revoked, but his new employer offered him the visa, but he worked for the employer 20 hours. What would you suggest? Sorry, I don't understand your question very clearly. So your friend's visa, I'm trying to interpret this. Your friend's visa got revoked and his new employer, so he went to another employer, offered him the visa, but he worked for new employer 20 hours. Sorry, I don't understand what you mean by the question. If you mean that the friend is working 20 hours with that employer should consider sponsoring him. I don't know what are the facts of the case, but yeah, if you give the facts clearly, I may be able to advise in another live. So if his visa is revoked, yeah, within 60 days, within the curtail cancellation period, he should file another application. So next question I have is, if a person stays exactly 180 days outside of UK in a rolling period in his 5 years time, then what happens? Exactly 180, not more than 180. Exactly 180 is allowed. So you are talking of the absences from the UK in the last 5 years on a skilled worker visa. So your question is, if a person is exactly out for 180 days, 180 days is allowed, not more than 180 days in any 12 months. If it goes to 181, that's it, that's the end of your continuous period, continuous residence. You may have to start your continuous residence again. But yes, exactly 180 is fine if you are able to maintain that exactly. Okay, next question I have. Dilatronic, yes, he is a paid member. With the new changes making ILR a 10-year requirement, what will happen to the rule that allows applicants to qualify based on a total stay of 10 years? Would a gap of more than 2 months between jobs affect this? So he's asking 10-year ILR, if that happens, yeah, then what would happen to the 10 years of total, say 10-year long residence? The rule changing from 5 years to 10 years will not have any impact on the 10-year long residence ILR. That is on a different establishment rule. Uh, Nothing has been proposed to make any changes to the 10-year long residence. So that will not affect the 10-year long residence. As of now, nothing has been spoken about it. So the 10-year long residence will remain as it is. Would a gap of more than 2 months between jobs affect this process? No, gap between jobs will not affect the process. If you have valid permission when you were in that gap, you had a valid skilled worker visa or care worker visa, then it is fine. It doesn't affect. For the 10-year long residence, the only things affect is absences from the UK, not gaps between jobs. Okay. Next question. I have a question. I'm a skilled worker visa and the job title is marketing administrator. Can I do extra 20 hours in the coffee shop as a manager? Okay, this is a question that comes again and again. The 20 hours additional work is only allowed in any skilled occupations. If you want to do a job, Google search for skilled occupations for skilled worker visas. If a job falls in many of those skilled occupations, you can only do those types of jobs. That is the rules. Anyone coming live can ask your questions. By the time I will take the channel questions, Sir Chidu, a job is 43 hours per week at 35,000 with going rate of 46,000. Okay, 46,000. Is the salary okay for new entrant? 43 hours per week at 35,000. Also 43 hours per week for 35,000. I cannot do salary calculations, but let me try to do it briefly. 35,000 divided by 43 divided by 52 into 37.5 into 52, 30,000. No, it won't work. That salary won't work. 43 per hour, 43 hours per week at 35,000 may not work for a new entrant because it's at the 37.5 hours, it is going down to 30,523. And for the new entrant, the minimum required is 33,400. So that salary may not work. Hello, hi, unlimited migration. Yeah, you can ask me your questions. Clinical data science lead comes under which category? I don't understand what you're asking, but let me try to find where does clinical data science come under. If you're trying to ask me a SOC code, it will be very difficult. The SOC code can only be found out with the help of the job description, not just with the job title. So what you do is what matters, not the name of the job. So, but still, let me try to find clinical data scientist. Yeah, I have found statistical data scientist, but I don't think that applies to you. Clinical may be different. Job description is what is required. Usually, if you want to find a job code, book a consultation with any lawyer or with us. We have a 10-minute consultation just for £60 where you can give us a job description and we can find the closest job code for you. Okay, next question. Next question I have is what happens if the business fails? That the question is on a skilled worker visa, can you start a business? Summarily, no, you cannot start a business. So it doesn't matter whether your business fails or not. If you try to do a business or try to be self-employed, that may affect your ILR. And yeah, so avoid being self-employed or trying to be your business. Whether the business succeeds or fails is not relevant. Is the activity that you're doing is what matters. Okay, next question I have, or it is a comment. Jewel Ahmed, live question. Hey, I'm on a skilled worker visa. My employer enrolled me pension scheme. I email my employer for opt out. So is it enough evidence for home office visit the company? What do you mean? What evidence are you trying to say? You asked to opt out. So is it enough evidence for home office visit the company? No, opting out of employer's pension is, I think, optional. That is as per whatever the HMRC rules are. But then I don't know what you mean. Is that enough? So is it enough evidence for home office visit? So do you mean if a home office comes to know about this, will they do a compliance visit? So do you mean if you've done this thing with your employer, home office will do a compliance visit just for this thing? No, I don't think so. They just don't keep on following only one employee. It's a combination of things that they are looking at, not just one breach. If at all this is a breach, I don't know. You have to speak to an accountant about this. I think you have rights to opt out of pension and all of that. Uh, if it is not a breach, you followed the rules of the UK, then it should be fine. I don't know why Home Office will just do a compliance visit just because you decided to opt out of your pension, unless that was not legally allowed. Okay, next question I have over here. Many of my colleagues are facing losing their jobs and being deported because of this change. Okay, the change that you are referring to is the 22nd July. The employers did not act before 22nd July. These rules are reactive. Those xenophobic village will punish, blah blah blah. Let me read. To garner support to fight this. Help anyway. Yeah, this is just a comment on my video. Don't know much about this. Okay, the next question I have is, how did they get share code? I saw many students, they have not got share code after EU settlement scheme. Okay, that is on my video on EU settlement scheme. Yeah, there are EU settlement scheme scams going on where agents or whoever reps, they are trying to file these EU settlement scheme applications, trying to get a certificate of application to get students or whoever who doesn't have a proper visa to work in the UK for a shorter period. In that one, I think I've advised not to do that, or something, some details about that. So Sonu has asked, how did they get a share code? Yes, with the certificate of application, you may not get a share code, but a right to work check will be done usually, and it may come positive, but it, in the long run, you'll ruin your situation. That's what I've explained in that, because that is as per the EU settlement scheme rules. They have to issue the certificate of application to anyone who files that application. So they may get a short right to work, but which is a frivolous application, but it should not be done. It will just ruin their immigration history. They may not be able to switch to any other visa category. Vishlesh, for an intern who entered the UK on a skilled worker visa in April 2023, due visa renewal in 6 months, April 23. Okay. Do the new increased salary thresholds apply for the visa renewal? April 23. You'll be subject to transitional provisions, Vishlesh. The base salary that will apply is 31,300. So at the time you may have applied, the base may be 25,600. It further increased to 29, and now the base salary for the transitional provisions for your extension will be 31,300 for a 37.5-hour working week. So whatever the going rate, or 31,300, whichever is higher. Next question I have on the channel is, can I apply SOC 2461 social care job role support worker without degree? You can apply any skilled worker job roles without degree. The job role has to be degree level. It is not necessary that everyone should have the degrees. So that's how the immigration rules work. For example, a chef who has 20 years of experience doing the chef work, chef job, maybe just GCSE passed, or just had done its schooling, never went to college, but they can be hired provided they can prove they are expertise in different ways, maybe experience or any other way, or they've done some course or etc. So there is no minimum degree required for any skilled worker job rather, is the job role, not a degree requirement. I know everyone confuses. The job role should be at degree level. So next question I have on the channel is, do the teacher visa under NPS has their own scale for skilled worker visa? Yes, the teachers and all will be on the NASHG job codes. They are different. Yeah, they have their own. They don't have a skilled worker visa, but their salary scales are decided by the government. So I'm pretty sure ASHE salaries for teachers. Let me check. The teachers visa under NPS have their own scale for skilled worker visa. Yes, the salary scales are decided by the government for teachers. Toby Trust, can I get a skilled worker visa as a bus driver? I don't think so. That is in the skilled occupations as of today. I don't think so. Vikas J. If I'm already on a skilled worker visa since Jan 2025, can I switch my company and join another company on a medium skilled role? So Vikas is on a skilled worker visa since January 25 this year. Can switch my company and join another company, medium skilled role. Would they sponsor for that? Okay, so if you join the skilled worker area before, yes, you should be able to join because you joined the skilled worker. Your first skilled worker course was issued before 22nd of July 2025. So you should be able to switch to the medium scale job for another sponsor. Okay, next question. On the channel, if I get a course dated before 22nd July, after August, 2nd July, after August 1, if I get this course, did my dependent can apply in 6131? Yes, 6131 doesn't restrict dependents, but if you are getting a course dated means assigned before 22nd of July, yes, you can. I'm not sure how you're going to get that course, but yeah, if the course is assigned before 22nd of July 2025, dependents can be sponsored except for the two care worker job codes 6135 and 36. 6131 should be fine. Unlimited migration, 5 years in the UK, 1.5 years student visa, 1.5 years skilled worker visa, 2 years Irish passport, via citizenship by birth. What are the chances of naturalizing as a British citizen under the 5-year rule for Irish nationals? 5-year rules for Irish nationals. Let me think through. So the way it works is, for Irish nationals, you come to the UK. Irish national comes to the UK. On the day they come, they are treated as having indefinite leave to remain. Okay, so but your count will only start from the point you got Irish citizenship and you landed in the UK, or you were already in the UK and you got it, whatever that is. So both the things should be matching. So I think you will start your count from the point you got the Irish citizenship, your naturalization count. What are the chances of naturalizing British under the 5-year rule for Irish nationals? Yes, but you cannot account that student and the skilled worker because at that time you were not a Irish citizen. You can only count the 5 years from the point you are an Irish national. Let me think through. If I am an Irish citizen, I'm already residing, but I decided as interesting. Let me think through. Yeah, this is an interesting question. But usually, because at the time you didn't have, you had the PBS visas, whichever ones, at the time you were living, can I accrue that time for naturalization? It applies if you are married to a British national, it does work whether or not I was married at the time. But on the date of decision, did I live in the UK for 5 years? Yes. Yes, that's a very tricky one. I know you are in this mix, but to be on a safer side, yes, you may have to complete the 5 years. But I think there is also an argument where if as of today you are an Irish national, you have indefinite leave to remain in the UK. Minimum 12 months you've lived in the UK for with that indefinite leave. There may be an argument that you have already completed the residence period. There is not a yes and no answer. This has to be tested. These things are not tested in the rules for Irish nationals yet. But then, yeah, you may be the first one to test it. But there is an argument that you can accrue that 1.5 years of student visa, whatever the visas were, that is not relevant. For naturalization, what is relevant is in the last 5 years, were you absent from the UK for more than 450 days? If you are meeting that residence requirement and you don't have any criminal convictions or anything, then you may be able to qualify. Yeah, speak to immigration lawyers and you may be able to apply. There is an argument in your favor to apply for naturalization because with British citizenship naturalization, you need residence in the UK. So I think you may qualify, but this has not been tested in the rules. There are no case laws to on this argument. But giving from your facts, yes, it may be possible to apply for naturalization. Gaurav, so my wife's salary is 25,000 in care home. When they extend 2028 or threshold, when did she get her first skilled worker or care worker permission? That's what I have to know before I can answer correctly. Gaurav, Adnan Sagir, yellow. The PSW after a PhD is of 3 years. PSW, yes, and after a master is 2 years. If you avail PSW after master and then after PhD, do we get a year to search and work full time? Interesting one. The way the rules state, I understood your question. So the question from Adnan is, you already used up your 2 years of PSW route after you did your masters, and now you are doing some PhD. Can I get the remaining 1 year? Because as for the PhD, after PhD is of 3 years. Yes, I doubt whether that is possible because. But let me see the rules. 1 minute. Graduate. Why do I say so? Graduate route. Appendix. I know there is some restriction. How is the restriction? Okay. It's not a rule. Permission is dependent on student. Doctorate extension scheme. The rules say the applicant must not have. So next time when you try to apply after your PhD, this is what the rules, the restriction over here is: the applicant must not have been previously granted permission under the doctorate extension scheme. Obviously, you have not been because you did your masters, or as a graduate, You fail on the second one. So I don't think this is what the interpretation is purely from the immigration rules I am reading. The applicant must not have been previously granted permission under as a graduate route. So if you already get it, I don't think you can get that 1 year after you do your PhD. T2, I got my course in Jan 23 and it expires 28 March. Okay. What date do I apply for the ILR? Course in Jan. The course is not relevant. You need to tell me when you got your skilled worker visa or care worker visa. What is the date you got that? Not the course date. Course approved for Gaurav. Yes, you said course approved 2023 in care home with dependent on that time is 24,000 threshold. Okay, at the time it was 24. When extended 2028 was the threshold. Okay. Currently the threshold is still at 25,000 if I'm not wrong. Let me check just a minute. Because you joined the rules in 23. Yeah, 25,000 will apply to you. So the answer for Gaurav is 25,000. TDU got Jan 23. Okay, you got the permission in Jan 2023. The skilled worker visa. 23 plus 5, 28. Yeah, Jan 2028, you should be eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Yeah, you said you got the course on 5th of Jan. Course is not relevant. The skilled worker be permission when you got it. I'm assuming you got it on some date in January. So it will be 5 years from that date. And you can apply in the last 28 days of completing the 5 years. Thank you, Unlimited Migration. Thank you. Okay. Skilled worker. Yeah, you got your skilled worker visa in Jan 2023. So yes, let's say you got it on 20, just take an example, 28th of Jan 2023. So you can apply, your 5 years will be completed on 28th of January 2025. You can apply from 1st of January 2028, 22 plus, yeah, 23 plus 5, 8. So you're completing your 5 years in my example on 28th of Jan 2028. You can apply within 28 days, that is from 1st of January 2028 onwards. That's when you can apply for your ILR within the last 28 days of the 5 years. Gaurav Dogara now 24,500 around care when renew. It is 25,000 as of today. I'm looking at, so for Gaurav, it is 25,000. I'm looking at the rules right now on another screen. Hi NRI work. Yeah, thank you for giving me a review on Google. That was very helpful. Thank you. You can ask me a question. NRI work. But it is stated that the certificate expires in March 2028. I really don't care about the certificate. The point is, when have I care only about the skilled worker permission. When is it granted? When is it expiring? The certificate was not relevant to me because the skilled worker permission is given slightly more than the certificate always. The certificate may be issued for a longer period. It may be for 5 years and 3 months for something. But that is not relevant. The skilled worker visa is what matters. Aliza, please share what is the future of master degree students in UK. What is the future of master's degree students? I really cannot comment on this. I can only answer specific questions to immigration. I cannot advise on career matters over here, sorry. NRI, sir, if someone is working on skilled worker visa with particular employer since 2023, but now want to change job code, skilled worker with same employer with new rules will be applicable 2023. No, still you will be under the transitional provisions. Doesn't matter if you are using the same employer or another employer. So when you join the skilled worker route, those rules are stuck to you basically. Think of it that way. Whether you change job codes or you change employers or you change both, change job codes and employers, still the transitional provision should apply. I mean so Tidu says I mean the skilled worker certificate, not school certificate. Skilled worker certificate of sponsorship, yes, but I don't care about certificate of sponsorship. The calculation for ILR is done from start date of the skilled worker visa till the end date of skilled worker visa. I don't care when the certificate is ending. So whatever period the Home Office has given you, that is what I am calculating on. Okay, let me take some questions on the channel. Okay, another question on the channel I have is M. Mohammed Jihad Anando. Okay, 4th June pay, 4th June pay my NHS fees, but don't get biometric date. That's interesting, but that's quite an old one. So what you're asking is 4th June you paid your NHS fees, but just the NHS fees. Did you also pay the visa fees? I'm assuming you should have. So once you pay the visa fees, after that You are directed to book a biometric appointment. You say you don't get a biometric date. Speak to an immigration lawyer. I'm not sure whether you really submitted your application or you are not getting a biometric appointment. You should speak to an immigration lawyer and see what exactly you have done, if you have submitted the application or what is wrong. Usually everyone does get a biometric appointment. You can book a consultation with us. We advise on these matters. We have 10-minute consultation for £60 that answers most of your questions. So, Gaurav, sir, when my visa is renewed 2028, then we need 25,000 in care home. Not now. Yes, at the time of renewal, you would need that on the certificate of sponsorship to be mentioned. Yes. Okay, hi. So when I got skilled worker visa, expires March 28. Are you saying I can apply 28 days in Jan or 20 days in March? Yes, if you got your, you have to give me the skilled worker start date and end date. You give me that and I will give you the answer. I know we are just going round and round here. Okay, Tidu, give me the start date of your permission. If it is whatever, 1st of March, 1st of January 2020, you need to write down that and then I will tell you when you can apply for ILR. NRI work, sir, where is the link for consultation? 10 minutes. It should be in the description of this video or I will put it here also. Let me find it. Copy and paste. Okay, this is the link. You can click on it and it will take you to the booking page straight away. So if not, on the description of this video or any other video also, definitely there are links in all the videos. So if you just click on that, it will take you to the booking page only. What is next? Abdul, I have received my actualization certificate from the council after the ceremony, but I have not applied for a passport in the 6 months since receiving it. Will that cause any problem? No, it will not cause any problem. Yeah, I hope that satisfies you. It won't, because as soon as you get the British citizenship certificate, so think of these two things are completely different. Citizenship certificate is what makes you British citizen. Passport is an identification document. It's not citizenship. It's an ID document. You may not have applied for an ID document for whatever reasons. You traveled outside, whatever you did, but you are a British citizen by virtue of having that British citizenship certificate. Yeah, so ideally, obviously, everyone applies for a British passport, but this is how the rules would apply. You are British from the date that British citizenship certificate was given to you, granted to you at the ceremony. You can apply anytime. Passport is an identification document. To 5th of Jan. Okay, yes, I got your, I will give you the exactly now. So 5th 1 20 20 23, I think. 23 plus 5. So you got your skilled worker permission or care worker permission from 5th of January 2023, correct? So you will complete on 5th of January 2028. I don't care about the end date of your permission, March. You will complete 5 years on 5th of January 2028. You can apply within 28 days of that. Okay, so that's how it will be. 23, let's say 22. So approximately 31 minus 22 from the 10th of December or something, approximately. Yeah. Within 28 days of 5th of Jan 2028, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. Yeah, you don't have to wait till the end of your visa on 11th March. Tidu, yes, thank you very much for asking this detailed question. I hope you got some value. If it really helped you, I know it may have taken off some stress. Please do consider giving a review on Google. I'll put the link over here. It will help others like you to find this channel, find these lives and the YouTube channel. There are a lot of people who don't find this. NRI work who already asked, he has already given a review, I think yesterday or some previous day. If you can please support the channel by giving a review. I'll put the link over here. You can just click on it and give a 5-star and write one sentence about anything about the experience or anything. Thank you very much. I put the link, just click on that, it should open. If it's not opening, let me know. Yeah, it just straight goes to the review page. It does open at my end. So yes, please do consider supporting the channel this way. At least others like you, or I understand many of you may not be able to afford lawyers fees. Usually when you search on Google, all those paid ads will come up, and that's where uh, usually many of you may not be able to afford the fees of lawyers. So if they can make use of this, ask any brief questions that I can answer in 1 or 2 minutes and save a lot of stress, money, etc., to anyone. Okay, so anyone coming live can ask me your questions. Anyone who got a value in this, any of the answers or comments, please do give a review. Click on that link. It will take 1 minute. Okay, it's not opening. Let me see if it opens. If I click it opens at my end. I've also put this link in the description of this video. So if you are able to go in the description, you can click on that or copy and paste it, and it should open up. Or you can search for this on Google. This is the best way. If you can search for Visa Solutions Chelsea or Visa Solutions UK Immigration Lawyers Chelsea, you will find it. So yeah, just do that effort for me. It will take 1 minute for you, but will help someone else also and help us also. Gaurav, so now my salary in care home 24,500, costs no issue before 12 March. Okay, when we extend, we need 25 on that time. Yes, you are correct. Either you extend or whenever you apply for ILR, in that letter also you will need 25,000. Aryan, I got married. I got married to a British citizen. Just 1 minute, I'll take the question. 1 minute. Can I mute myself? Yes, sorry. So I was taking Aryan's question. Where is that? Hi, sir. I got married to a British citizen this year and I will apply for my ILR Jan 28. Okay, Jan 28. Why will you apply? Okay, on the basis of 10-year long residence. Question is, after getting ILR, can I apply for citizenship right away? Yes. Yeah, I've saved you a lot of fees and stress. You can apply. We have done many applications immediately after, because the requirements for the citizenship is on the date of applying for. We have many times prepared two applications back to back. Yeah, I have done it myself, where we prepare an ILR application and at the same time a citizenship also, where we know that yeah, we are going to get it anyways. So we file the ILR at priority. We get the decision in 24 hours. As soon as that email comes through, your settlement is approved, we submit that naturalization application. Yeah, so it is possible. Yeah, so that will help you. Aryan, you can apply immediately after. Tidu, thank you, Tidu. Yeah, thank you for trying. Hi, sir. I got married to a British. Okay, let me check. Something is not right. Maybe just 1 minute. I'll take the questions 1 minute. I'm just opening something on my screen over here. What was the problem? T2, I put the link again. Maybe try clicking on this one. This may work. I think so. It did work last time in the live. Okay, I've answered Abdul. Okay, I have a skilled worker visa issued before 3rd April. Okay, transitional provisions. I'm also working as an additional worker in a different company as a carpenter for 20 hours. Is that allowed? Not sure. Check that job code. I'm not sure whether carpenter is in the skilled occupations. It has to be in any of those skilled occupations or any of those ISLs or shortage occupations. Find it. Only if it is allowed, then you can do it, or else you may be in breach. That's what I can suggest. Gaurav Dogra, yes, you did. If you get any value, please do consider giving a review on Google. Give 5 stars, write one sentence. It will take 1 minute of your time, but it will help others like you to find this live. We are trying to connect the live from Livestone De Costa. Thank you very much for 199. What is that? Super chat or something. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you very much. I will answer your question 1 minute. Let me complete my statement. Yeah. Anyone getting any value, please do click on that. Simply search in. That is the link and give a 5 star review. It will help others. There are many people who want answers to very sticky questions, which they can come to these lives and get it, or also go on the channel and get a lot of resources there, free information on list of documents. A lot of things are there. So yes, that is possible. So please do that. Give a 5 star and write your experience one line. It will take 1 minute of your time. Livestone De Costa, 14th April 2029, skilled visa expires. Okay, when to apply? Give me the start date of your skilled worker visa. Sorry, Livestone. I want the start date also. You've given me the end date of your skilled worker, but give me the start date of your skilled worker visa, wherever it was issued, whether outside UK or inside UK. Give me that start date. It may be earlier than this. That's the reason I'm asking. Your ILR may be earlier than this. The end date is not relevant. The start date is relevant for my calculations. Okay, give me that and I will answer it. Just type it in the comment. Okay. Next question is Aryan. Again, I got married to a British citizen this year. I will apply for ILR in Jan 28 on 10 years. 28. We are in 25. 3 years. Okay. Long residence. Question is, after getting ILR, can I apply for citizenship right away? Yes, I did answer that, Aryan. You can apply right away after getting ILR. I will wait for Lavistone to give me his start date of the skilled worker permission, skilled worker visa. Okay. By the time I'll take one question on the channel, sir, what will happen to care worker visa, care worker that will renew their visa after July 28? Care worker visa would have been removed from the shortage visa sponsor list. Yes, we don't know how the government is really going to approach when it will be taken out from the shortage list. It is to be seen. But the best suggestion that we have is just before, yeah, till Jan 2028, it's going to be on the list. So if you want to extend, before, even if you have some permission, you can definitely extend in July 2028, in the last month, till the visa, till the SOC code is going to be there in 2028. You can extend for further 5 years and get the permission if you want to extend it. That is our suggestion currently that we are giving to employers and employees, anyone. Laviston, I am still waiting for your start date of your skilled worker permission. If we can write that, that will be helpful. I don't want to give you a wrong date. I know from looking back at this one, I will say apply within 28 days of 14th April 2029, but you may be eligible earlier than this. There's a reason I'm asking the start date of the skilled worker visa. This is for Laviston De Costa. Okay, I have not get an answer on that, but okay, so if you got this, then I will calculate on your end date now. 14th April. So the earliest 29, if you are minus it, 28 days. So April, February, March is 31. 31 minus 23 to 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8. Okay, for Livingston De Costa, I haven't got your start date, but just basing on your end date, 14th April 2029, one of the dates that I have is you can apply the earliest on 8th of March 2029. I don't know the start date of your permission, but definitely you can apply from 8th of March 2029 onwards. Aryan, hi sir, I got married to a British citizen this year. I will apply for ILR. Yeah, I answered that one. Abdul Rahman, carpenter, SOC 5316 is an eligible occupation skill worker visa. Yes, if it is an eligible, then you are fine. You can work the 20 hours in that. Abdul Rahman. Mahesh Kumar Patil. Hello. Yes, you can ask me a question. Let me take another question on the channel. By the time any questions come, anyone coming live can ask me your questions. What is this stop fans thingy? Okay. Adnan Sagir, hello. Okay, you can ask me your questions. By the time any questions come, I will throw in my Google review link. Yes, anyone who is getting any value, got any answers, saved any money, saved any stress, anything, definitely please consider giving a review. Please do give a review. Rather, I am requesting that. Uh, it's a Google review. Just it will take 1 minute of your time. Give 5 stars. Write one line or one paragraph or one page. Doesn't matter. And yes, it will help someone else to find this channel also who are in need. There are many people who are in need who will find these lives and ask the questions, or they can go on the YouTube channel and get any free resources. There are a lot of free resources, list of documents, checklist, pitfalls, everything and anything. So here is a Google review link. Anyone who's got any value, please do consider giving a review, a 5-star review. Okay. Okay. Abdul Rahman, do you left? Thank you so much. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you, Abdul. Yes, it really helps others find this channel. I know many people are coming first time on this channel. Even yesterday, I think someone was asking when I'm live regularly, etc., etc. Joined live first. So yes, it is helping others to find the channel. I see that from local Google business, etc. Because anytime you search on Google, those ads come up. I'll take your question, Adnan. Yeah, okay. Adnan Sagir, hello. Can you share the rule book from where you mentioned condition for doctoral extension if the graduation is available before then one? Okay, so it is appendix graduate route. Let me give you the link. I'll put it over here. This is the link, appendix graduate route, and the line I'm looking at is GR graduate route 1.4. So here it is. This is the rules. I always talk with the rules. I don't give any crap. Okay, so the applicant must not have been previously granted permission as a doctorate extension or as a graduate. So that is what the rule says. You can click there and go to GR 1.4. Sorry, I know you didn't want that answer, but that is what the rules say. Okay. By the time I'll take another question till I get a live question over here. What will happen? So what will happen to care worker that will renew their visa after July 2028? And care worker visa would have been removed. Okay, there's a live question. Let me take that. Chevy Max Creations. My sister changed to healthcare worker visa after July 2025. Also, her husband changed to healthcare. How will their child stay? Very interesting. The child will have the challenge. They either of them won't be able to sponsor. Looks like from what you said, both of them have joined the healthcare job codes, either 6135 or 36 after July or even before. Dependents cannot be sponsored after after March 2024. If they have a child, if the child is born in the UK, that is fine. The child can continue living in the UK, but they won't be able to travel outside the UK as they cannot sponsor the child. If the child goes outside, won't be able to come back. So if the child is here, the child may have to just stay as an overstayer or without a permission and can be sorted later on. Yeah, but speak to an immigration lawyer. If you want to bring a child, they may not be able to bring the child. That's one answer. If the child is already here, they may have to continue living without any permission because they won't get any permission either on the dad or the mom. There is no exceptional area. They can file applications. but yeah, that is on very exceptional basis. Other than that, yeah, speak to immigration lawyers. You can book a consultation with me. There is a short consultation of 10 minutes for £60. These are the options that I may discuss: filing an exceptional application or not filing at all if there are no traveling plans for the child going outside the UK. If the child is born in the UK and there are no travel plans, then it's fine. So the link to the booking the consultation will be in the link in the description of this video or other videos also. So Adnan, many thanks. Your support was helpful. Adnan, please consider giving a review. As I did say, I know you may have heard definitely. So please, there is a review link. I will put it again. Uh, where is that gone? Copy and that is the review link. Please, anyone who is getting any value, Adnan, please do consider giving a review. 5-star review and one line that will help others find this channel as well. It is Google Business. Local people will find it. Mahesh Kumar Patil. I'm on a dependent visa. Arrived in June 2021. I'm out of the UK for 10 months in August 2020. In August 2022, as I am currently merchant navy officer, I work in sea for those 10 months onwards. I'm in UK again. Can I apply ILR? Those 10 months may have broken your continuity of residence. There are some exceptions, but what are the exceptions for ILR? Just a minute. You work which is out of choice. It is a choice rather. I will answer Laviston's question. Yes, he has supported the channel. Thank you very much for another 199 for supporting the channel. First May 24. Yes, I will give you your answer now. So you got it on 14th of May 24 till 29. Why did you get 1 month short? Okay, so but anyways, plus 5 20, 29. Yes, correct. May on 14th May 2029 you will complete your 5 years, but you can apply 30 days of April. 14 goes and 13. 30 minus 13 is 17. 17th of April 4. Yeah, Laviston, you may have a slight of an issue because you have that 1 month short on the skilled worker permission. I'm not sure why, what was the reason. The earliest you can apply is 17th of April 2029. 17th of April. You are 3 days short. There are two options that you may consider: either file an extension application and then vary it as soon as you reach 17th, or you can file the application and then vary to ILR. That was the first one. And the second option is you file an application and delay the biometrics. I would recommend the first one, which is the proper legal way. I know the other way also works out, I think so. But yeah, those are the two options you have. Either file an extension and then as soon as you reach the 17th of April, you can file ILR, indefinite leave to remain. The first application, I would suggest file standard service so you don't get a decision, so you don't lose your fees. The second ILR application, which you will file immediately 3 days after on 17th or later, you can file on super priority or priority also and try to get a decision asking them to vary the previous application. Or the other option, as I said, on 14th of April 2029 you can file ILR, but that the second one I wouldn't recommend. As a lawyer, we don't recommend. The first one is the one I would recommend, but the second one, I know other lawyers may tell you that file, delay the biometrics and then enroll the biometrics after 17th. Okay, so for Mahesh Kumar, yes, the 10 months will break your continuity of residence because it is something for employment that is out of choice. So you may have to start your 5-year period from the point you came back from August 2022 forward. And if the visa is short, you may have to file for the extension of your PBS dependent permission. Chevy Max, child not born in the UK. So if child is already in the UK, if the child leaves the UK, it will be difficult for the child to come back. There may not be any visa that the child can come back. This was the previous question where both the parents have their own independent healthcare worker visas. They cannot sponsor any dependents because the rules changed, and then they joined the care worker area. The child, if he or she is already in the UK, the only advice is should not travel out of the UK, can continue living in the UK. If they are under 18, they can study and all. But if they file for a permission, it may be denied. There is nothing in the rules. There may be an exceptional application, but yeah, take advice from immigration lawyers. You can book a consultation with me. I can advise on the options. But if the child travels out of the UK, they may not be able to come back. Chevy Max Creations, that is the answer for you. Our consultation link, a short consultation is 10 minutes for £60. The link should be in the description of this and other videos. Leviston, 1st May valid until 4th April. So 1st May, should I apply for? Yes, I did give you the answer. The earliest you can apply is 17th of April 2029. Leviston. Okay. Fine. What else do I have? I think I've answered all of them over here. Thanks, Chevy Max. Yes, if you did get value, please do consider giving a review on Google. I put that review link. It helps others like yourselves find this channel through Google Business, Google My Business. Somehow that is not somehow disconnected from the YouTube. Many people don't know that there is a YouTube channel that we have, and we do give free information on this lives and a lot of free information. So please do consider giving. It will take 1 minute of your time. Anyone getting value, Chevy Max, anyone else, and just give a review. I'm just putting the link, a 5-star review and one line. That will be very helpful. Leviston, should I apply for ILR on 17th? You can, but then on that date you won't have skilled worker permission. Your permission expires on 14th of April. If you don't apply anything on 14th of April or earlier, you will become an overstayer. So something has to be filed on 14th of April. Either you can file an extension of your current permission and then vary it as soon as you reach 17th. On 14th you file an extension, on 17th you file ILR and vary the previous application. Tell the Home Office, I don't want the first application, I want this one. That is the legal way of doing it. That's called as variation. 17th of April, how early can I apply for ILRs? Not earlier than 17th of April 2029. Thank you very much, Adnar. That is very, very helpful. Yeah, it will flow through later on. Thank you. Thank you, Adnan and others who have given the review. Chevy Max, if you can, and anyone else who's got any value, even information or taken off stress. Thank you very much for giving the reviews. Okay, Ronald Sigwa. I've applied for a 5-year global talent visa with my spouse, given research and academia. I hope to apply ILR after 3 years. If my spouse qualifies after 5 years, will our children be allowed to apply? Okay, so you will get ILR after 3 years, your spouse will get after 5 years, okay? And children, are they born or not? Okay. Children, if they are also in the UK, they can also apply after 5 years. Or if you're talking of future children, they may be born British or something, but then yeah, they can also apply as dependents whenever they are born. Okay, thank you very much. I see the reviews coming through. Thank you. 5-year global talent. Yes, that is my answer for given this academia. So I hope to apply ILR after 3 years. So if you are eligible under the global leader option, Ronald, yes, you can apply for the 3-year ILR after 3 years, but dependents will have to continue up to 5 years, and then when they qualify, they apply. Yes, your children, either they can be dependents now or if they join at any future time. Once your spouse also gets ILR, then the children can apply. Children in the UK but on student visa. Okay, so they have a different permission. Let me think through. If they are under 18 at that point, when your wife gets ILR, at that point, let me think through, but they are student, they will have to switch and become your dependent at least for some period, at least for a day. So whenever you want to apply for ILR for them, so this is how it goes. After 3 years you apply ILR, you get ILR. After 5 years, when your wife is eligible, maybe 2 months or 3 months before, you may have to switch your children to becoming your dependents. Yeah, maybe 2 months before or 1 year before, doesn't matter. Whenever they become your dependents, I'm assuming they will be under 18 at that time as well. And once they become your dependents, then as soon as your wife applies for indefinite leave to remain, at that point they may be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain along with your wife. That will be the steps. Yeah. But they will have to become your dependents. They cannot just apply being on a student visa directly for ILR. Unless they connect to you, they cannot get the benefit of applying ILR on your basis. Okay, I'm just checking any questions on the channel. Let me check. Thank you very much. It's already 1 hour. If there are any more questions, please do ask them. I will end this live now and I may go live today or maybe next week. Anyone who's got any value, please do. If any questions come, I'll answer them now. If anyone who has got any value, even Ronald, please do consider giving a review. Aryan, yes, I'm answering this same question third time now. Yeah, so the answer is yes. Your question is, after getting ILR, can I apply for citizenship right away? Yes, you can. Okay, so I'll put that review link again for the last time, encouraging everyone who's got any value, even information or knowledge. Please do consider giving a 5-star review. It will take 1 minute of your time and will help others like yourselves to find the channel from Google My Business. So, trying to connect and get more people on this live where they can ask any questions they have. Simple answers where if they search on Google, they would get the paid ads of other reps and all, where obviously fees will be charged and all. They will end up with any costs for getting answers these simple but very sticky and tricky questions of UK immigration. Mesigwa Ronald, if you did get any value, please do consider giving a review. It will help us, help the channel, help others to find the channel as well. And I will be grateful. Anyone who's giving any reviews, click on that. Just click on 5 stars and write one line if you want, or 2 lines. It will help others to find the channel when they read the reviews. Thank you, Aryan. If you got value, yes, Aryan, as you said, thank you. Do consider giving a review. It will be helping the channel and others to find it. Yes. Sachin Singh, hello. Yes, you can ask your question and I will answer that one. Okay, by the time I will take any question on the channel, what will happen to Can Worker with Apple? Okay, that one I've answered. Gone. A platform of volunteer return to UK. So you get anything back from them? Yeah, the another question is about voluntary return. So Goal has asked, I have applied for voluntary return, VRS, voluntary return service to in UK to India. I have applied for my passport as well through this scheme. How long it will take to get travel? Usually they have some backlog that I'm aware of. Voluntary return scheme, between 1 to 4 weeks they will sort you out. You need to send them the e-ticket if you are traveling with at your own cost, and then they will send the passport at the airport. Keep following up, send them the email, call them. But yeah, it may not happen just within a week. They have quite a backlog of sending people back under the voluntary return service. But yes, from the best of the updates that I have from other individuals also, within 1 to 4 weeks they will sort you out and send a passport and you should be able to travel. Sachin Singh, question, my wife administrative review just done under before 14 days. Okay, after rejection. Okay, so she filed in time, admin review, but I am on immigration bail 201. So last 10 months not doing work. So Sachin, I think I did answer your question. I think you asked it on the channel also, where you have maybe Sahil Singh. That's what the channel question is on. So this is what I answered you. If you look at this live in the beginning, I will anyways repeat it. So you are on immigration bail, you won't be able to switch to anything. Even if your wife gets permission, I'm telling you whatever it is as per immigration rules. Other lawyers may charge you considerable sums of money, make human rights and exceptional applications, but you won't get anything at the end of the day. I'll tell you what is how the rules apply, and you may not get anything. I know you may be just buying time. You don't even have a right to work. You will not get a right to work. You're on immigration bail. You may have to leave the UK, and if there is an overstay, it looks like there is an overstay on your record. I know you don't want to hear this answer, but I will come straight from the rules. Uh, you may have to stay outside the UK for a 12-month period. There will be an overstay ban even if you live by yourself of 12 months. After that only you will qualify for any visas if you are eligible for them. Doesn't matter what is the status of your wife's administrative review. If you have bail for whatever reasons, you won't be able to switch into anything, either a dependent or any PBS. Yeah, you don't have any solution. Sorry about that. I understand you don't want to hear this, but that is the truth. That's where you will end up. So my advice is leave the UK, sort your life outside the UK for 12 months, and if there is any basis to come in future, then you can consider, as the overstay is already there on your record. I'm not sure how long you are on bail. Yeah, but yeah, if it is more than 90 days after the bail, you have already overstayed with a 12-month ban. So RR313, I'm on benefits. Can I apply for extensions, spouse visa if you have PIP? Yes, you can. That is my summary answer. Speak to an immigration lawyer, they will do the calculations. I know we have done many applications with PIPs, so personal independence payment. That's what you mean. So if you have that, you don't have to meet the financial requirement, but you have to meet two requirements: accommodation and maintenance. Accommodation is, anyways, you will have a council house or something will be there, I'm pretty sure. So that is sorted, anyways. And the second aspect is maintenance. Maintenance is the way the maintenance is calculated. Your own benefits, yeah. So you, your spouse, and any children, whoever is living together, as a whole family unit, whatever income support amount you will get, let's say all of you are British citizen, you will get an X amount, whatever it is, say 400 pounds per. I'm just taking an example. You can Google search and you'll find the income support amounts. Let's say you'll get 400 pounds, for example. Then, if your total earnings from all benefits, uh, that universal credit, PIP, everything, whatever you are getting, if it is more than 400, if it is 401, or even 400, if it's meeting that, then you will meet the then you will meet the requirements. You are exempt from financial requirement, but you will meet the in maintenance requirement. That's how it is done. You can book a consultation with me. The link is in the description. 10 minutes we charge £60, or you can speak to any other lawyer and they can advise you on your specific numbers. Thank you very much, Sachin. Thank you. Anyone who got any value from this live, please do consider giving a review on Google. It will take 1 minute of your time, will help others like yourselves to find the channel. I'll take Mahesh's question. Before that, I will put this link in the review. Click on that. Just click on 5 stars. It will take 1 minute and write whatever, one line, one paragraph, however long you want to write. Write something, 2 words. It will help others who are searching on Google to find the YouTube channel and these lives and other resources on the channel. There are a lot of resources on the channel. Okay, so Mahesh Kumar, hi. With continuity above question, if my spouse is completing 5 years and will apply ILR in June 26, in that case, do I have to use old costs for my visa renew, and what is update 10 years ILR? So the first part, you don't have to use the old costs. Because your spouse is the main applicant, she will apply for ILR. You can continue extending your own PBS dependent application. That's what you can do till you complete your 5 years, because you've broken the continuity. And the 10 years ILR, there is no update yet. Sorry, we still have to wait. What is happening? They have not started anything. If the rules come into play, they may come by next April, and the consultations may start around December. That's what we know. Aryan, so to apply ILR on 10-year basis, can I just provide my passport covering all 10 years? Will that be enough? Yes, provided you have all the passports for the whole 10 years and all the stamps of entry and exit from the UK on those passports, current and expired passports, then that is sufficient. If you have any other documents, you can provide them, but yeah, the passport should be sufficient. Okay. Last time before I close this live, okay, I'm putting the Google review link. Anyone who has got any value, please do consider giving a review. 1 minute of your time. It will help everyone, us to show the channel, others to find the channel. And that's it. And a lot of resources on the channel and on the website. List of documents. There are considerable list of documents for spouse visa, skilled worker. A lot of things are there on the website also and on the YouTube channel. And thank you very much, whoever joined the live. I may be live definitely next week, I think. And thank you very much, anyone who joined. Thank you very much for all the support of the super chats. Bye for now.